And I do, Ben, if I may, I heard you talk about Bitcoin just before coming on. So if I could maybe just comment on Bitcoin. We believe that if Bitcoin cannot take out its all-time high pretty soon, if they can't, then we think that they'll be back at 37,000 in the third quarter of next year. Now, the reason we think this is somewhat important is because it means that Bitcoin probably also is in a consolidation phase, even though they've rallied nicely here. If we're not going to be able to get that high taken out, then we'll probably see, and I know this is far out in the future, but it gives traders an idea that Bitcoin will probably not be making new all-time highs until after, excuse me, the third quarter of next year.
When you talk about, there's two things I want to pick apart there because I like that, and I'm glad you brought Bitcoin into the discussion. When you talk about the range that we could be in if we don't take out the 65,000 all-time high, and I want to get into the time aspect associated with that because it sounds like you want to see that pretty soon in terms of conviction off this 30,000 level. Obviously, the 65,000 is the upper extreme here in terms of that range you're talking about. Is 30,000 the lower extreme, David?
Well, for us, 37,000
okay.
to 36,000 is kind of the lower end. They could spike below that. But listen, Bitcoin is such a wild market. It's possible.
We're going to talk about that in a couple minutes.
Yeah, they could take out their highs. We're not forecasting that's going to happen, but I do want to really stress that if they don't, and a quarter is a long time all by itself, and a lot of people have trouble thinking in those kinds of timeframes, but really into the fall of next year, if we haven't taken out those highs, we'll see more of 37,000, which itself would be an important juncture in that market.